Are there rules to stand-up? Let's see whether or not stand-up comedy has a rubric, if there are certain rules to stand-up comedy. The answer is, it depends. I bet you didn't see that coming. The good old D, where D stands for depends. There are three things I want to say about rubrics. I like the word rubric instead of rules because it has more of a meaning. It's loaded for me. I was one of those kids that never really got an A in English class in high school and college. For me, it was mainly because I had to worry about my math and science courses and I just didn't have enough juice to get an A, if you catch my vibe. But more often than not, the experience that some of us creatives have in English class is that we don't interpret and perceive the literature or content the same way our professor or teacher does, and we don't get an A, or we don't do well. For me, that was true to an extent, but it also just wasn't a priority, it being English and writing and sort of the creative outlet. Until I got to pharmacy school, where it was the only thing I craved, I did particularly well in my writing courses, even when stirring the pot. I think that my pharmacy school professors, they were just happy to see someone sort of not have their head down when they speak. And that's not to roast the introverts in my class, it's just what the professors were looking for. I think the introverts are great. See, what the professors don't like is when the extrovert starts going against the grain and stirs the pot sort of against the narrative that they're trying to push. That's something that they were not used to. But there I was going against the grain like I shave. The solution was to be an artist. As a hobby, there are no rules. When it comes to making money and booking shows to make money, I would say the biggest metric is laughs per minute. I've never heard LPM, but I like acronyms, so I might start a trend for LPM. Laughs per minute. It just means every joke should have a corresponding laugh or more. The way you audit that, or the way the community of independent comedy show producers check for that, is they either see you live and make their best judgment, and or they see the tape you submit, where witnessing you live is probably a more trustworthy gauge. I don't produce, so I am not a primary source. The entertainment industry is looking for uniqueness and a voice that can't be replicated. As for making money on the road or locally, just being a good comedian. And the way you tell someone's a good comedian is if there are laughs present frequently throughout someone's set. The way you can measure that is laughs per minute. Laughs per minute refers to number of laughs per minute, number of bouts of laughs per minute. That's a small rubric and a simple rubric, but I would say a rule nonetheless. Be funny. That'd probably be the only rule fundamentally to comedy. As for getting an agent or being recognized in the industry, there is a sort of rubric that the industry puts out. Maybe not explicitly or clearly, but they exist. You can research what festivals are looking for. Not every festival is looking for the same thing. Agents and managers in the entertainment industry are looking for unique voices. What makes you unique? Maybe your height, marital status, skin color, ethnicity, background, education level. If you want to make it big within the industry and go through some processes, you may want to look into appeasing them, which is being as unique as possible and really emphasizing you, the speaker, as it relates to your jokes and your bits. The third thing I want to say is that rubrics aren't all bad. I think that rubrics kind of provide structure to my creativity, and structure is something that benefits my health, so daily routine and sleep. I think most people need a little bit of structure in their lives, others maybe a lot. It's all about finding that right amount. That's my video on rubrics in comedy. I have some good news to share. I made a video a few months ago about comedy festivals and how I get into them, but I never win them if they're competitions, and at the time, I never would get best of festival designation, but that's no longer true, thankfully. I crossed that river. I'm feeling cool. Hopefully you're feeling cool too. Engage, please. Give me attention. Have a wonderful evening, morning, afternoon existence, life. Please smash the like, subscribe, and comment button. Well, you can only smash the comment button after you type a comment, so don't smash any of these buttons hard enough where you break your device, unless it goes through, because if it goes through to engaging with my video, then that's fine. Or maybe, no, salvage your device so that you can engage with my other content. I was still technically an introvert in pharmacy school. Per the Myers-Briggs test, I am technically an introvert, but I'm only 1 point on the IE scale, introvert-extrovert scale. I'm only 1 point towards the introvert. I would say that because pharmacy school was and probably still is dominated by introverts, I was relatively an extrovert compared to a typical pharmacy student body. there's that.